What's up guys, how y'all doing? Cosmic Harry here, bringing you another World of Tanks video. Today I'm going to be showing you how to do a thumbnail. How to do a YouTube thumbnail. I see a lot of other YouTubers not doing thumbnails. You should be doing thumbnails. And they're kind of easy to do. I mean, it's totally up to you. But it's the finishing touch to your vid. I mean, if you put in all the time and the effort into making the vid and all of that jazz, you should... yeah, you should do the finishing touch and make a beautiful thumbnail and not just put up this blah, you know, which is blah. They want to go into your library and see a whole bunch of interesting thumbnails, and it'll make them want to click on them. So, and they have to look snazzy and sexy and all of that jazz. And at the same time, there's a right way and a wrong way of doing a thumbnail. Sometimes I see people putting in text that kind of blends in with the background, and you can barely see the text. And you know, and plus the text is sometimes the wrong shape, in the wrong position, etc., etc. I mean, I'm no way, shape, or form a professional when it comes to my thumbnails, but I think, you know, they look pretty decent in my opinion, you know, and it's kind of like the finishing touch to your vid, and it'll draw people in, it'll make them want to click on the vid. And you see that these are like my older ones. I don't do like a border on the outside, so you know, so, and also the titling, you know, the title text has needs to be it's important. See, for instance, you know, this is too much. I don't need tier 10 American heavy. All I needed was T57 and a title, and etc., etc. See, straight and to the point, you know, straight and to the point. And don't put in things like White Park, defeat, 6th of July, blah blah blah. You know, nobody's really interested in that. That is pointless information. Just be straight and to the point, kind of thing, in my opinion, when it comes to those titles. Absolutely. But anyhow, so I'm going to be showing you how to make a thumbnail, and using a piece of software called GIMP. This is GIMP, basically. You can download it for free, and there's a whole bunch of YouTube tutorials on how to use GIMP if you get stuck or any of that jazz. But it's called GIMP. Like, you'll see this cat. This is the logo of GIMP, and if you see that, that's the one you basically need to download. And yeah, good to go. So I'm going to be showing you how to make a thumbnail, and the first thing I do is I make a template for each and every tank. For each and every tank, I have basically a template which I use for all future videos, or that's what I normally do. So, for instance, I've just made, I think this is my first vid in the E3, so this is going to be my future template for the E3. So I create that, and any future vids that I make, I insert the title here, thus making my life easier, you know, so less work, less hassle, etc., etc. So this is my, you know, this is my first vid in the E3. I think I got Jaegeru here. Where's Jaegeru? There. Just created a template for the Jaegeru, and this is my first vid. So it's kind of shaves off a whole bunch of extra work that is kind of not needed. So let's create our very first thumbnail, shall we? So let's do the E100. I think I have, yeah, here we go. So let's do an E100 thumbnail. We're gonna create the template first, okay? So click on the picture, right click, copy image, okay? Where are we? So, size. First of all, create file new. This is the size of a YouTube thumbnail. Don't alter it, don't mess with it. 640 by 400, end of. Okay, this is the size of a YouTube thumbnail, end of story. Edit, paste, we have that E100 pick, remember? Okay, now we're going to adjust the size using scale tool. Keep in mind, I'm not an expert in using GIMP. Most probably there's an easier way of doing this, but this is how I do things. Okay, click on the picture. This circle is the center, of course. If you click on it, you can move the picture anywhere, basically. We don't want to move the picture, we want to enlarge it. So we're going to enlarge it. Hit scale. Okay, doesn't look perfect. I think it needs to be widened a bit more. Yeah, I think that looks good. Yeah. So now we're going to be putting in our text. We're going to put in E100 here with a border, of course. We're going to be putting in the text in yellow with a black border. You know, I kind of like doing that lately. I don't know why. And with GIMP, you have these tool panels, basically. The here on the left and here on the right. You know, there's different. I don't actually use a lot of these, but basically the main ones you need is oh, pardon me. Click on text. There we go. Okay, so basically the two tool panels that you need is the text and the layers. Okay, the text and the layers, and you can basically you can take these tool panels, you can drag them. You know, if this side over here is empty, you can drag them over here. You know, so the ease of use. Anyhow, I'm gonna be quiet. I'm gonna try not to complicate things too much. It is pretty simple once you got it down, and but explaining it can sound, you know. So anyhow, so text panel and layer panel. So first things first, we're gonna hit text tool, create a nice box, and we're gonna put in E100. Okay. We're gonna select the lettering. We're gonna change the color to yellow. Okay. And we're gonna enlarge it. In this box, you can have it on the left, you can have it on the right, you can have it whatever that is, or you can have it centered. Okay, so now we're gonna enlarge it. Nice big. We're gonna pull it up a bit. Yeah, so it's kind of slightly above the tank. There we go. That's good. That's good. And so we got our basic yellow lettering, you know, E100. Now this is where when it comes to creating the border, this is where layers come in, because you're going to be creating layers. You know, each picture, each thumbnail, you kind of layer stuff on top of the original picture of the E100. So right now we have two layers. We have the background, which is the picture of the E100, and we have the text stating E100. Okay. In order to create the border around the E100, this is what you do. Basically, you right click this layer and you hit alpha to selection, and now GIMP has basically grabbed E100, the text E100. So this text is has been chosen, grabbed, highlighted. I haven't got a clue. Basically, the only thing I'm going to be working on is the lettering, the E100. And what we do now is we create a third layer. Click create new layer and you hit OK, and we created a third layer now, which is identical to the second layer. There are two identical layers here now, you know, the E100 and the third layer that we've created, which is also E100. There are two identical layers, basically. That's my understanding of how it works. So this one we're going to enlarge. Basically, we're going to enlarge to be 4 pixels larger than the second layer, thus creating a border. So bear with. Okay, so we've chosen layer, the third layer. We hit select, and we hit grow. Okay, 4 is already in there. You can put it up by 4, 5, 6 pixels, but 4 kind of makes it look very kind of professional. 6, 8, 10, it kind of makes it look a little bit ridiculous. So we're increasing it by 4 pixels. Hit OK, and as you can see, you know, it's, let's have a look, closer look. See, it's increased the size by 4 pixels basically. Put it back to the original. And we have now we have 3 layers. We have the first E100 layer, the second layer, and the third layer, which is, you know, larger than the E100 text by 4 pixels. Now we're going to fill in this third layer, and you use bucket fill. Okay, hit bucket fill. You choose the color that you want to fill in, which is, you know, black. We're doing a black border. Okay, so it's already chosen, but you can choose, you know, anything. So, and you just click on anywhere inside. Okay, and now this layer, because it's 4 pixels larger than this one, is it's completely covering, you know, the yellow E100. Okay, so what you want to do is flip these layers. Put the yellow layer on top of the black layer, and you do that by taking the third layer and just dragging it down. Voila. Okay, select none. Okay, you're done. That's it. And I know it sounds really complicated and all of that jazz, but it's not. Once you get the knack down, it's pretty simple. Let's demonstrate real quick. Okay, okay, text. Oh, sorry. Increase in size, pardon me. Oh, I forgot to do the yellow. Alpha to selection. Okay. Create new layer. Grow it. 4 is already in there. Bucket fill. Switch layers. And that's it, you know, easy. And now you save this basically. You save this. Let's export as E100. And we're saving it on desktop. Okay, and now you have a template to work from. Every time you make a new vid for the E100, basically you can you just insert your title. You know, insert your title. So let's do a title real quick. So we're gonna open up what we just created. Okay, there it is. And now we're gonna do a title. Okay, and and pretty much the same thing, you know, for the win. And it's exactly the same process, you know, as you did before. Basically, I'm gonna just show you some neat things that it can do. Because you'll see, like for instance, my lettering is askew kind of thing, and that's basically you using this tool, pardon me, the flip tool, the perspective tool. And you click on the text and you kind of muck it up so it just looks action packed kind of title, if you know what I mean. And then you continue doing the same thing, you know, you alpha to selection, etc, etc. Another thing you can do, like I said, you continue doing the same thing. I should have done yellow here. Another thing you can do, you can fill in these letters with using the, what's it called, the blend tool. You can see up here, this is the blend tool, and it has different kind of shading for the lettering. You can see there's golden, and you basically drag that, come on, line across, and there you go. You get this like golden shading, so to speak, and you can, let's do the border. Okay, we're just repeating everything we did before, and there you go. You know, select none. Of course, this kind of looks bad because this is yellow and this is golden, but you get the gist of the thing. This kind of looks cool. So I'll open. Let's have a look at another one. No. You can just do different ones. I think there's a flaming one. Where's the flaming one? Oh, of course it's on the bottom. Drag a line across. Oh, pardon me. See, you have to choose it. Alpha to selection. There you go. Grow. Okay. And there you go. You know, so looks professional, looks the business, it looks very cool, etc, etc. It just, yeah, see, this is how I was working on these earlier. You know, this is me, you know, putting the lettering askew kind of thing, 6.6, and all of that jazz. See, I did this picture I didn't choose. See, this is all about choosing the right picture for the thumbnail. You can see that this kind of matches with the background, and the background looks more dynamic and more action-packed, etc, etc. It looks just 10 times cooler. This picture is just too busy, if you know what I mean, and the background is kind of blurry, and it kind of meshes in too much, blends in too much with the actual tank, and it just doesn't stand out as much as, you know, the picture back here, and etc, etc. So, you know, proper and a right way of doing a thumbnail. So you want people to be drawn to your videos with the thumbnails, so all of that jazz. So I hope I hope I didn't bore you guys to death too much, and yeah, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask in the comments, I guess. And hope you guys enjoyed. Take it easy. Adios, muchachos.